Live.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the CTDF Fantasy Football Show is on the air once again. We are so delighted to have you with us, and we are finally here, ladies and gentlemen. This is week one of the NFL season. First week, and it's going to be a very, very interesting season because of the COVID 19 thing. But everyone's going to try to make it a good season nonetheless. There's not going to be very fans in the stands for this year, but it's going to
But
be
for the
very
most part,
interesting for the most part, actually. My name is Tim McClellan, joined by my good buddies, John Flynn, our commissioner, John Natali, and Adam Oliver just joined in the stream. Guys, how y'all doing?
yeah,
Hmm. We're doing good.
yeah. And Adam is already off to a great start because both of his players that he started tonight have scored touchdowns, and it's
Yes,
not
ladies
even.
and
Hmm.
gentlemen. We do have a game in progress. First game of the season, the Kansas City Chiefs are defending a Super Bowl championship this year, and they're right now playing against the Houston Texans at Arrowhead Stadium. They said there's only about 10,000 people there, but it sounds like a lot more. And right now, the score is currently tied at 7 apiece with a little over 12 minutes left in the first half. We will obviously keep you up to date as we go along with this show. But right now, we're going to talk about our fantasy matchups coming up. Let me go
Yeah,
ahead.
I wonder when the last time we talked about our actual fantasy league. It sounds like it sounded like a long time ago.
Yeah, it's been a while, but it has been very very long time coming. But we are here once again, and I see
Yeah,
first on our matchup.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right,
All
go
right,
ahead.
Flynn.
First matchup I see is my team, the East Texas Tornadoes. We are looking to get more than just one win that we had last year. We are going up against Mark Leota's Toronto Flamethrowers. Right now, the projection is very close. He has an advantage of me 140.0 to 138.9. But of course, that can change as the time progresses between now and the matchups.
Hmm.
And next game is the Minnesota Pretzels. That's Nelson Ezra's team. And of course, Nelson Ezra was one of the surprise players in our league. Went 0-5 or 0-6, and then pulled off a win streak to put him into the playoffs. He will be starting against our defending two-time league champion, Will Medina. And right now, Will has the advantage over Nels right now. 157.7 projected total of 145.9. Right now, Will has two players from tonight's game that's playing right now, and Nels only has one. Then we have Andrew St. Clair, his team, the Atlanta Crushers. They're going up against our favorite gamer girl, Erica Saracino, with her Carolina Cougars. And right now, the projected totals is Andrew 149.7, Erica 132.4. Scrolling on down the list, the New York Essentials. That would probably be Flynn's team, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
He,
Correct.
Yes.
yes, he's got Spencer Stratford Stallions. And right now, the projected total is John Flynn 163.1, Spencer Leak 151.8, and we got and Natalie, you got Marty Bingo in your matchup, and right now your projected total is 148.2. Marty's is 134.3. And we have our new member of our team, Cedric Witherspoon Jr. His team, the Louisiana BR Blazing, was it the BR Blazing something? I don't know.
Blazing Wolves.
Blazing Wolves. They're in a matchup with you, Adam. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and you're off to an early lead right now. You're already on the board with 23.5 points. He's on the board with 6 points. Adam, it looks like you're scheduled to make a projected total of 161.4. Right now, his projected total is 145.4. So there's still a lot of time for us to make any changes because I think we still got time to make changes for the Sunday night and the Monday night games. So anything can happen in this crazy world that we call fantasy football.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, it is time for my favorite part of the show, where we make our picks for this week's games in the NFL. Just to let y'all know, I actually predicted the Chiefs to win this game that's going on right now. Had them winning 34-20. Right now, it's still 7-7. A little over 10 minutes left in the first half. So, Flynn, what did you have for this one?
Yeah, so I had 34-27. The Chiefs entered this game favored by 9. It, it was one of the more difficult games against the spread, but nonetheless, the Chiefs' defense, their performance during the playoffs has been vastly overlooked by the media. Everyone's been talking about Patty Mahomes and the contract extension, but the play of Chris Jones closing out the AFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, and the play of their secondary was tremendous after their late season bye week last year, and they've been off and running since. I am a little concerned about Kansas City's defense. I want them to sustain their performance throughout an entire season, but nonetheless, I still think Kansas City is going to win the game. I think better coach, better defense, better quarterback. I'll take Kansas City 34-27.
34-27 says Flynn. Adam, who you got in this game?
Um, I'm I'm predicting that in no particular score, I have a feeling that Kansas City will win.
All right, Natalie, who you got?
Yeah, in this one, I figured it was going to be like a battle of the defense, a fairly low scoring game. I'm going to take the Chiefs 27-20. 21, excuse me.
27-21, you say?
Mm-hmm.
All right, looks like we're all across the board with the Chiefs, and right now still no change to the score. Less than 10 minutes left in the first half, 7-7 tie. We'll keep you up to date on that. The next game, we're going to be heading to Atlanta. Seattle Seahawks are going to be taking that trip out to the East Coast to face the Atlanta Falcons. And right now, Seattle is picked by 2.5 points. Flynn, go ahead and start with this one.
I like the Atlanta Falcons in this game because I know I was really high on Seattle last year, but especially when Russell Wilson had that MVP caliber season last year. But the Falcons are a team that I think isn't going to particularly well. But I do like the matchups, particularly when you have Calvin Ridley going up against their secondary. I think he's gonna. I pick him as my wide receiver 3 in our league, and I think with Austin Hooper now in Cleveland, I think he's going to show why he was a first round pick. And I think he's gonna help make a difference for Matt Ryan's offense. So I like the Falcons in a high scoring game in this one. I'll take them in an upset, 34-31 over Seattle.
Oh, Flynn with the upset. What do you say, Natalie?
Yeah, this one, actually, I think I'm going to give it to the Seahawks here. Even though the Falcons upgraded their offense by adding Todd Gurley, their defense isn't as good as the Seahawks is. So I'm going to say Seahawks 30, Falcons 26.
30-26. Natalie's going with the Seahawks. Adam, who you got?
Well, I'm gonna take the Seahawks as well. It's gonna be a kind of a close one, but I think Seattle will win.
All right, so we got 3 for Seattle, 1 for Atlanta, because I'm picking the Seahawks. In the last couple of years, this is just my opinion, but it seems like Matty Ice has started to melt. And I have to agree with what one of my other buddies told me on one of the other shows. Matt Ryan has got to be one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the league. This week, he starts the season against the most underrated quarterback in the league, who, in my opinion, that of course would be Russell Wilson. I got Seattle taking this one 27-21. So we got 3 for Seattle, 1 for Atlanta. Next on the list, I predicted this to be one of my blowout games. So we got the New York Jets heading up to Buffalo to take on the Bills. The Bills, of course, one of the big surprises from last year. And I think the entire division has shifted in sense of power because Tom Brady is no longer in that division. And it looks like, according to this, the Bills are picked by 6.5. Flynn.
With Tom Brady in the division, no Tom Brady in the division, it doesn't matter. 31-13 Buffalo. They're clearly better in every facet of the game. I think the Bills get front four is going to sack Sam Donald four or five times, and I think Darnold's going to throw 2 interceptions. One of them to Tre'Davious White, who just recently signed a contract extension. But the Bills are going to be one of the are probably the third best team in the AFC behind Baltimore and Kansas City, and I think and this one, which I'm labeling as my lock of the week, Buffalo is going to smash Sam Darnold and the Jets.
We got Flynn with a lock of the week. He's taking locking Buffalo against those New York Jets. The tally, what do you say?
Yeah, this matchup is pretty much no contest. I think the Bills could very well sweep the whole conference and go 6-0, maybe even 5-1. So with that being said, it's going to be a blowout here. Give me the Bills 35-10.
35-10. Sounds like another blowout. Adam.
Yep, I believe the Bills will beat the beat the Jets in a blowout victory.
And I have the Buffalo Bills beating the New York Jets by a score of 38-10. So this will basically be a one-sided game. Bills get the first victory on their way to, I believe, they will be the AFC Eastern Division champions this year. Watch out, y'all, because Buffalo's on the way. Next game, division matchup between two old rivals in the NFC North division. Chicago Bears going to Detroit to take on the Lions. The Lions are picked by 3.5, Flynn.
Yeah, and because I liked how the Lions will finally have Matthew Stafford back after an injury-riddled season, but even Mitch Trubisky is capable of tearing up that Lions secondary. That Jeff Okuda is going to need a year or two to mold himself as a real NFL corner. And I think the Bears, as much as you loathe their plan the last few years, taking Trubisky over Watson Mahomes, I like the Bears to go on the road here and upset the Lions. So I'm going to go 26-21 Chicago over Detroit.
Interesting. Flynn going with the Bears. Natalie, who you got winning this one?
Yeah, this one is going to be my lowest combined total score here. Both teams have problems from both sides of the field, so it's going to be a very close one. But I'm going to say the Lions 17-14.
Oh, Natalie picks a very close one there. Adam, who do you got?
I believe it's going to be a pretty much a close game, but I believe the Lions will win.
Aha. So we got 2 for the Lions, and well, I'm going to say this here. I personally have not trusted Mitchell Trubisky, the quarterback for the Bears. He hasn't really shown me much of anything that would make me believe that he could be a franchise quarterback for this team. And their defense has been up and down a little bit. I am going to go with the Lions at home. Close game, Detroit 21, Chicago 17. So looks like we may be. I think we're split on that one. Two for Detroit and two for Chicago. Very, very interesting. Let's stay in that division with the other two teams. Green Bay Packers are going to Minnesota to take on the Vikings, and looks like right now the line is it's a mere 2.5 points for the Minnesota Vikings. Flynn, talk to me.
This month, 16 games, week number one, straight up, this game was the toughest game of the week for the pick. I mean, because I really like both of their defense, and I think it's going to be a physical, low-scoring game. But I think a storyline has been discussed more and more the last couple of weeks is how Aaron Rodgers responds to the Packers offseason, and I think he feels like he has a lot to prove. And traditionally, Mike Zimmer's offenses have had a tough time against the Green Bay defense. So I'm gonna go with another upset here. I like the Packers and Aaron Rodgers with better quarterback, and Green Bay's defense is also vastly overlooked, and they got more physical during the offseason. So this was actually, Natalia, this was my lowest scoring game of the season. This game I have 17-14, but this time in favor of the Packers.
Hmm.
So, how do you respond to that, Natalie?
Yeah. Well, before I give my prediction, we have a scoring play that's under review. Apparently, Sammy Watkins has a touchdown, but we have to see what happens first. We'll get back to that in a second.
Right.
But as far as this game goes, Packers and the Vikings, I mean, both. This is going to be a pretty good battle of the wide receivers here. But in the end, I got to give it to the team that has the better receivers, which is the Packers. So I'll go 28-24.
His elbow was down at the half-yard line, Watkins.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what it looked
so-
like.
coming back.
Oh, so I guess it's no score.
Well, it's in a commercial break right now, but most likely it'll be
Oh,
overturned.
All righty.
Right now, the call on the field is a touchdown.
All righty then. So, Adam, who you got between the Packers and the Vikings?
It's gonna be a pretty close game, but I gotta give it to Rogers and the Packers.
Sorry, but well, I'm probably going to shock a lot of people with my pick. Aaron Rodgers is going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder.
Mm.
Basically, because of what happened earlier this year in the draft when the Packers decided to take a quarterback in the first round.
Wow.
So, yeah. And I think he's kind of going down a little bit. I just hope for his sake that he does not. I'm actually going for, it's not really a huge upset, but Minnesota, I got Minnesota winning at home, 31-24.
I biggest reason why I took the Packers is not because the Packers have the best offensive line of the division. They still have David McNary, I believe, at left tackle, I believe. And if Green Bay's O-line wasn't great, I would have taken Minnesota. But I think that they'll be able to open up some lanes for Aaron Jones to get some important plays.
Okay.
Yeah, and they just overturned the supposed touchdown. So
Okay.
I have a chance. I have a chance to score points here if they give the ball to Hilnair.
mhm.
Yeah, I think they give it to him, and he
There he
bobbled up.
is. No, not yet. Wait, pushing. Nope.
Yeah, he just got bottled up right there. It's they got third and goal now.
Yeah, they're probably going to pass here.
Yeah, they might do that. Let's go to New England where there's a changing of the guard at quarterback. Cam Newton, the worst dressed player in NFL history, and they of course will be taking on the Miami Dolphins. And right now, looks like New England is picked by 6.5 on this one. So, Flynn, what do you say about Cam Newton for his debut with the Patriots?
Yeah, I like the idea. I like the idea of Cam Newton in New England. I think I'm gonna pick Patriots to win the game. I think the defense is better. but give me the Dolphins with the points here. I think there was a lot of things that you liked out of the Dolphins during the course of the offseason. They had these big week in free agency where they landed the defensive hole, headed by Byron Jones. And they also got some important pieces going forward in their draft. But I think it's going to be a close game. If Tua was starting over Fitzpatrick, I would have taken the Dolphins and yet another upset. But I think better coach, better defense. I think I'll take the Patriots by a field goal. Score I have on this one is 23-20 in favor of the Patriots.
Okay. Flynn's got the Patriots in a close match, no tally.
Yeah, and we now have an official score update. Kansas City got a touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 13-7, pending the extra point. Let's just see. The extra point
Good.
is good, 14-7.
14-7.
With 2:26 left in the game. In the first half. And as far as this game goes, the Dolphins are improving. The Patriots are not. But, however, Cam Newton is clearly the better quarterback, which is going to give them the edge here. But it's going to be a fairly low-scoring game. Or kind of in the middle. It's going to come down to a field goal, 23-20 for the Patriots.
Interesting. Adam, who you got?
I think it's gonna be a close, but not like nail biting close, but maybe like between a 10 to 14 point margin with the victory for the Patriots over the Dolphins.
Interesting. I too am going to go with the Patriots this time. Maybe a change of system for Cam Newton will do him good. Of course, he was almost fell off the cliff the last couple of years in Carolina. But I see him and the Patriots winning this one by a score of 27-24. Probably see a late field goal in the last 5 minutes of the game of that one. We are going to move now to the NFC East, where we got the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington football team. Could anyone come up with a more original name for a team like that?
More like the Washington Generics.
Washington Generics. I like that one.
Even that would have been fine.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying maybe something like the Washington Warriors. I mean,
Yeah.
that doesn't sound.
Or maybe bringing back the Washington Generals might as well.
But the problem with that is all those names have already been trademarked, so the franchise can't use them. And because of Dan Snyder's inability to recognize the change that he stuck with for that time, but going to this game though, it's clearly Doug Peterson, Carson Wentz. I think they're clearly a better team here. But I am excited that Dwayne Haskins gets a week 1 start a year later than it should have been. But I'll take Philly to win this game 31-17.
All right, 31-17 over Philly, who, by the way, has a line of 5.5 points on this one to tally.
Yeah, I pretty much see this one being a blowout here. Washington is pretty much in the rebuild process, and the Eagles are a very streaky team. So I'm going to say the Eagles 31-9.
Wow. That really sounds like a blowout here. Adam, who you got? Adam, you there, bro?
Looks like Adam is frozen.
All right.
Oh, there he is.
I think it's gonna be basically a field day for Philadelphia. They got a much better talent over the Washington Generics. So I would say an easy win for Philadelphia.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Of course, with me being a diehard Cowboys fan, of course, we Cowboys fans hate those guys with a passion. Of course, I call them the filthy Philadelphia chickens. But
I wouldn't mind it as a Giants fan.
well, all I gotta say about this one is fly chickens fly, because that's who I got this one. I've got those Philadelphia Eagles. I got them beating the Redskins. I see them doubling up 34-17. Yeah, I'll say it again. Fly chickens fly.
On the road to cross the road.
Right.
uh,
Now, now,
whatever.
now let's go to Carolina, where the Green Bay Packers. No, no, no. We just talked about Panthers. The Carolina Panthers will be hosting the Las Vegas Raiders in this one. Let me go back to my tablet here and get the points on this one. It looks like Las Vegas is actually picked by 3, Flynn.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun game. This is going to be a well played game at both offenses, but I because an update from last week that I put Vegas in as the final playoff spot instead of Denver because I will get to Denver in a little bit, but you look at Vegas, their offense is going to be very good. Their offensive line is going to be excellent. Derek Carr is going to have a good season. Josh Jacobs is going to run for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns against this inexperienced Carolina defense. But Carolina has a tremendous long-term plan. It's just not going to be a 2020 plan. I'll take the Raiders to win and cover. They'll win 30-26.
All right, 30-26. Raiders over Panthers, Flynn.
Okay. For this one's gonna be interesting. I think being since the Raiders are now gonna be in a new city, I think that's gonna give them better vibes, better energy. Although they're not starting at home, they're going to play really well this game and and beat the beat the Panthers, but not by much. Give me the Raiders 30, the Panthers 25.
Interesting score, 30-25. Adam.
It would be a bit of an interesting game, but know the I know that I believe that the Raiders would come on top by at least 2 possessions, so I would take the Raiders to win.
All right, I've got Vegas going into this one with that 3-point advantage, and I'll give them a 3-point victory. I got them winning 24-21 over the Carolina Panthers. Can't remember who the Panthers' new quarterback is now.
Bridgewater.
Oh, yes, Teddy Bridgewater, the former Viking and Saint quarterback there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, he'll do well there. Now, we have to go to a game. Uh, Maybe interesting to some. I don't know about others. The Indianapolis Colts are heading to Jacksonville, Florida. They're taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in this one. And they have, Indianapolis Colts are picked by 8, Flynn.
Yeah, and I'm lucky I have the Colts defense starting in my other league. Because I think that this defense is going to face Gardner Minshew and the Jaguars, especially when they don't have a real offensive line and when they don't have Leonard Fournette in there anymore. So it's going to be Indianapolis. I think a better team, better coach, better defense, better quarterback. In Philip Rivers' Colts debut, I think he throws for 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. Give me the Colts to win and cover 30-17.
All right. John Natale, what do you say?
Yeah, the Jaguars releasing Leonard Fournette shows that they've already given up before the season even started for them.
Thanks for
And
Trevor Lawrence.
yeah, and the Colts have pretty much rebuilt completely. They're basically in all-in mode. and they're going to absolutely demolish the Jaguars. The Jaguars going to be the lowest scoring team for Week 1. So give me a blowout. Give me the triple three. Colts 33, Jaguars 3.
That would hurt. That would definitely hurt, Adam. What do you say?
Well, I think with the Jaguars without Fournette, I think they really messed up. So I think in a I would say the Colts with the win margin of at least 3 possessions.
Hmm. Colts by three possessions. Interesting on that one. And I've got the Colts winning by a score of 38-14. I mean, I'll give the Jaguars a chance to score maybe at least 2 touchdowns, but probably no more than that. 38-14 is my score. I'm going with the Colts on that one. Now we got a big AFC North matchup here. We got the Cleveland Browns against the Baltimore Ravens. And the game is going to be in Baltimore, and the Ravens are picked by 7.5. So, John Flynn, what you got?
This was the toughest game of the week for me to take against the spread. But there is a different thing about the Browns this year. I think the Browns are gonna keep this close, so I'm gonna take the Browns with the 7.5. But I like the Ravens in this game. I saw Lamar Jackson was on Sirius XM Mad Dog Radio this morning. Yeah, he said he really couldn't celebrate his league MVP title from last year because it's all about championships when it comes to the quarterback. I think this Browns defense is going to make it not going to make it easy for him in the first game of the season. But I think in the end, I'm going to take the team with a better defense. I think Baltimore is primed to make a run for the Super Bowl this year, but I think it's going to be a tough game. But I think the Ravens will take this one 27-21. And we also have a missed field goal for the
Here.
Chiefs. So Kansas City will likely take it in with the 7-point lead at halftime.
Yeah, there goes 1 point off of my score.
Oh wait, you had Fairbomb?
Yep.
Oh, so that's -1 for you.
Oh,
well, no,
boy.
well, he got now it's back to 0 because he had 1 for the extra point.
Oh yeah.
So now it's 0.
Yeah. So is it -1 for missed extra point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Those are going to be very important now.
Yeah. I had to take him because the Bucks released Matt Gay.
I didn't
Right.
see that one.
I had to make a move. It was either him or I had to take him or Crosby.
Looks like I had to myself, so
Yeah.
I'd get rid of him. Got the so Flynn, what was your pick for the Browns and Ravens?
The Baltimore 27, Cleveland 21.
27-21 Baltimore. Natalie?
Yeah, this one is actually going to be my. This one's going to be a little bit of a shocker. This is going to be my biggest combined points here. The Ravens are going to score a lot here. I think the Browns are actually going to put up a good fight, but it's not going to be enough. Give me the Ravens 40, the Browns 30.
Wow, 40-30. Adam, what do you say?
I think it's gonna relatively this game, and I gotta give it to Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
All right, I am definitely going to give it to Baltimore this. I'm going to give it to the Ravens this game, and I actually have the Baltimore Ravens as my lock of the week. I don't see the Ravens showing any mercy to the Browns. I mean, the Browns they're not going to get more than 10 points. That's my blowout. I say Baltimore 49, Browns 10. I see a blowout in that one. And I see a very interesting matchup also in the state of Ohio. The Cincinnati Bengals are opening at home with their new quarterback, the national champ from LSU, Joe Burrow, starts his first game against the Las Vegas Raiders in this one. And
Char- Chargers, LA Chargers.
Los Angeles Chargers, like I said. I'm still thinking about the Raiders. Okay.
Hmm.
Let me get this one. Where where did my screen go?
And so, were you looking for the spread?
Yeah.
So the Chargers are favored by 3.5.
Okay, Chargers are favored by 3.5. Go.
Yeah, this one's another toss-up game, but I think Cincinnati is gonna wind up winning this game in Joe Burrow's NFL debut. I'm interested in seeing how Tyler Boyd's gonna take advantage of as LA secondary without Derwin James. I think he's gonna be better for it, and so I'll take the Bengals in yet another upset. I'll have them winning 24-21. So far that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 upsets so far.
All right. So he's got the Bengals over the Chargers. John Natale, what do you say?
Yeah, this game is going to be very interesting. I think Joe Burrow is going to have a pretty decent debut, is that considering the Chargers' defense isn't that good. I think Burrow's probably going to. I'm going to guess he's going to get 3 touchdown passes. However, I don't think they're going to win this game. I'm going to take the Chargers in this one, 25-21.
Ooh, interesting. Chargers over the Bengals 25-21. Adam, what do you say?
Tyler and I have disagreed on some games so far this week.
All
what-
right. I'm gonna I believe it's gonna be a good debut for Burrows and the Bengals. So I think I will take the
I think he's breaking up with us again.
Yeah, I think he is. Looks like our friend
Alright,
Adam.
okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
go ahead.
test. Okay, test. Okay.
You're good.
As I was trying to say, is that the Bengals will win by 14 points over the Chargers.
And we just got a breaking score alert. The Chiefs just kicked a field goal into halftime. So 17-7.
17-7. Chiefs halftime
Yep.
halftime lead over the Texans.
Yep. And they should be resuming in approximately 12 minutes.
All right. For this game, I'm going to go with the Bengals on this one. I see Joe Burrow gain his first NFL victory. It'd be a close game, 24-20. I got the Bengals over the Chargers.
Yeah. I was a bit when the schedule came out. I was looking forward to this game. If the Chargers started Justin Herbert, then it would have been two first-round picks making their first-round quarterbacks making their NFL debuts. But the Chargers are going to go with Tyrod Taylor because, of course.
Uh-huh. Now we come up to a game where if you would have told me that these two quarterbacks would face off, they're in the same division, so they'll play each other twice. If you would have told me that about 5 years ago, I would have thought you were nuts. It's the Tom Brady era now in Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading over to the Big Easy to take on the New Orleans Saints. And according to the line here, the Saints are picked by 3.5. So, Flynn, how do you see this battle of great quarterbacks?
Yeah, in both of my leagues, my two highest scoring players are playing in this game. Tom Brady and Michael Thomas. I think it's going to be an offensive spectacle that the NFC hasn't seen before. And I think all of these games featuring NFC South teams. I think even the games with Carolina and Atlanta included. I think they're all going to be shootouts this year. So I'm very excited. I think it's going to be. It's going to be a matter of whoever gets the ball last in this game. But I think it's going to be Drew Brees and the Saints. I think their defense, although it has been shaky at times, it has proven that when you need a big step defensively, they're able to come up with it. But their playoff luck has said otherwise. You look at how their season ended last year at the hands of Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings at the Superdome.
Right.
But I think the Saints are going to win round one of this Brady Breeze rivalry, and it's going to be 38-31. So I'm going to have the Saints to win and cover.
Saints winning this one. Natalie.
Yeah, this one's going to be pretty interesting, but it might be tough for the Bucks now, especially that they could potentially lose Mike Evans. So yeah, right now he's dealing with a hamstring injury.
Ooh.
And if that happens, that's big trouble for me. He's my he's my number one wide receiver.
I thought even before that, I thought Mike Evans was going to be a bust in PPR leagues because he's going to be a reliable vertical threat, and Brady doesn't throw that far anymore. He's a slot guy and a accuracy guy. He always was. So
yeah. Worst case scenario, though, I do have a backup plan. I do have that guy from the Ravens as my backup. I forgot his name.
Hollywood Brown.
I think so. Marquise Brown. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Marty was very high on him.
I don't know why he dropped him. And what's funny is the guy that Marty dropped him for subsequently dropped him again. Like Marty dropped Marquise Cooper for Corey Davis, and then he dropped Corey Davis.
Yeah, I have no idea what the hell he's doing.
Yeah, but as far as this game goes, I think it's going to be a little bit of a back and forth scenario. I think the Saints are going to trail with a minute left in the game, but they're going to get a touchdown. It'll be a game-ending touchdown. So 32-28.
Oh, 32
to win and cover.
It
does say you have the Saints to win and cover.
Yeah, to win with the last minute of the game. Michael Thomas, game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, I hope because I could use him in both of my leagues.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Adam, what do you got for this one?
It's gonna be a pretty close game, back and forth, and I think it probably might be a game. I believe Drew Brees will get a game-winning touchdown pass, so I would take the Saints for the win.
We're taking the Saints in this one. I guess I must be the person that's going to pick the Bucks in this one. Tom Brady's still the GOAT. I think he can do something for Tampa Bay. He's got Rob Gronkowski with him again. Even though I do have the utmost respect for Drew Brees, I call him Mr. 300 because it seems like in every game he throws at least 300 yards. And I'm not sure. I don't know if y'all would agree with me if Drew Brees may be his last year in the NFL. Maybe I'd say maybe he's got
maybe one after that.
Maybe 2 good seasons after, including this season. I'd say he's probably got 2 good seasons left.
If they win the Super Bowl, I think he will retire, though.
Hey, that's probably the best thing anyone could do. Go out as a champ.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got I got the Buccaneers in this one. Buccaneers over the Saints 34-31. It's going to be a nip and tuck game all the way.
And this game could go a long way in determining who wins the NFC South. And you have New Orleans, you have Tampa. I think they're going to be. I think both these teams are capable of winning at least one playoff game. So it's going to be an important game because remember, games in Week 1 count as equally in the standings as they do Week 17.
So now we're going to go to San Francisco. We're going to go with the NFC defending NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. They're taking on their division rival, the Arizona Cardinals, in this one. Flynn, the 49ers are picked by 7 in this one. So what do you got?
we saw during the second half of the season and during the playoffs that about John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan's masterclass of putting together a 53-man roster. And I think when you look at these two teams, I think San Francisco has better coaching and better defense. But I do think Kyler Murray is going to keep this game close. There were some things about Arizona that I really liked, especially acquiring DeAndre Hopkins and subsequently extending him, making him the league's highest paid wide receiver in terms of average annual value. So I think that connection will keep the game close. But I'll take Arizona with the points, but I have San Francisco winning the nail biter 24-20.
24-20 San Francisco. Hey, Kamish, what do you got on this one?
Yeah, this one's going to be pretty interesting. Yeah, the Cardinals really improved their offense this season, but the defense still needs a little bit of work. Although I think the Cardinals could possibly beat them when they re-meet at home, I don't think it's going to happen here. So give me the 49ers 34-24.
Yeah, the thing you pointed out with their defense that they do have bona fide stars with Patrick Peterson and Chandler Jones, and I thought they did well drafting Isaiah Simmons, but we need to see more from the rest of the roster defensively because and that concern is the reason why I left the Cardinals out of the playoffs.
All right, so Adam, who you got?
It's gonna be a bit of an interesting game between the two, but I believe I gotta give it to the 49ers.
All right, Adam going with the 49ers, and I'll go with the 49ers as well. I'll go 28-20. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is probably going to have another good season. I can see them being contenders for the NFC again.
Yeah, and Jimmy Garoppolo's got a huge chip on his shoulder because he was a one perfect throw away from being a Super Bowl champion last year. If you don't remember it, with the last 2 minutes of the game, that he overshot a wide open Emmanuel Sanders.
Oh yeah, we definitely remember that. So yeah, that's going to be good. But I see another good season for San Francisco. I see maybe a little bit of improvement for Arizona this year. I don't know how much, but I got the 49ers 28-20 over the Arizona Cardinals. And that brings us to the Sunday night game on NBC. Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
We're going to start
Oh,
our
yeah.
season, starting our season on the road this year, going into the brand new SoFi Stadium to go up against the Los Angeles Rams. And they have the Cowboys picked by 3, Flynn.
Yeah, this was another toss-up, but yet I have yet another upset in this game. I actually like the Rams in this game because I think the Rams should be able to make plays. Jared Goff is going to learn he's going to have to distribute the ball to his wide receivers. The Rams just extended Jalen Ramsey to a long contract extension, so I think that the defense should be there to make plays. And I think that these first couple weeks are going to be an adjustment for Mike McCarthy and the Cowboys because with Mike McCarthy entering and Jason Garrett leaving. I think this is going to be a close game, but I like the Rams in an upset here. The game is in LA. They'll be ushering in the new stadium, albeit without fans. But this is prime time for the Rams, and they'll win this game 24-20 in an upset.
Natalie.
Yeah, this one, the Rams are pretty much in rebuild mode. I think they're going to be in last place this season. They have a lot of work to do, but they are slowly rebuilding. So over time they'll get better, but not this season. So give me the Cowboys 28-12.
Remember, I think the Rams are going to be the best last place team in the NFL because the NFC West is going to be brutal because you have Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, and the San Francisco defense all in that same division, and it's an impossible task I think for McVay and the Rams. But McVay will give this Rams team a chance to win. Because he knows the players and he knows the roster, so that's why I'm picking the Rams as a coach.
So we got Flynn with the Rams. Natalie's on with the Cowboys. Adam, what do you say?
It is going to be a pretty close game, but I have a feeling it'll come down to a game-winning field goal where Greg Zerline will get his revenge on his former team. So I would take the Cowboys for the win.
Yep. Then that's actually going to be my deciding factor here. I see. Yeah. Actually, I got the Cowboys winning this one by a score of 35-31. But I can see Greg Legg getting at least two good field
Yeah, I
goals
heard
in
you.
there. So I got the Cowboys' first victory under their new head coach Mike McCarthy. Have a lot of great expectations for the Cowboys this year with a new head coach and hopefully a new system going in, and hopefully everything will be fine. Hopefully they can get to that next level here. So
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. When I said this on Hooked on Sports, I think Mike McCarthy is going to be is my coach of the year, and I think it might not show early on, but I think as the season goes on, I think his impact on the culture in Big D is going to make a huge difference. Unlike what we saw last year with Jason Garrett and the endless amounts of drama between him and Jerry Jones.
I'm so glad we got rid of the clapper.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
glad about that. All right, now that was the
And
Sunday
he's
night.
over. He's now the clap. And speaking of the clapper, he's over to the Giants as their offensive coordinator.
Good luck with that one, New York.
All right, we can have them. We can have them.
You know, it's kind of weird because when Jason Garrett left the Cowboys as a quarterback, he actually went to the Giants.
Yes, he did. Yeah, he was the backup. I believe he was the backup on our Super Bowl team when we got blown out by Baltimore.
Yeah. So now we got our opening Monday night doubleheader. That's usually how they do things on Monday nights, week one. Pittsburgh Steelers. Speaking of the Giants are hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers in this one. And okay, why is this thing so slow?
Yeah, Pittsburgh is favored by 6 in this game.
Okay, Pittsburgh is favored by 6. So go ahead, Flynn.
Yeah, and we just talked about Garrett leaving Dallas and Mike McCarthy being the difference maker there. I did not want Garrett to be hired by the Giants as the head coach, but I don't have a problem with him as the offensive coordinator. And for Daniel Jones, this will be the first time is in since what his career that he'll have his entire starting cast together: Golden Tate, Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram, Darius Slayton, Saquon Barkley, all together playing the game. So Pittsburgh's defense, which I think is going to be tremendous this year, and I'm starting Pittsburgh defense this week. I'm just very concerned about the Pittsburgh offense. I don't think their offense is going to be anything special. We need to see that Ben Roethlisberger can still play at the right young age of 38, and I think not having Antonio Brown last year killed Pittsburgh, and I think with Juju Smith-Schuster, I think the pressure is on for him in the contract year. They do have Deontay Johnson. I think he's going to make some plays for Pittsburgh at the wide receiver position. I think when it comes down to it, I think the Giants are the healthier team here, and I'm going to take the Giants in an upset here, 17-16 over the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow. Wow, that definitely does sound like a real upset. Natalie, what do you got?
Yeah, this one I think is going to be a lot closer than people think because the Steelers have had their issues with injuries, and in order for the Steelers to do well this season, they have to have Roethlisberger and Juju stay healthy the whole season. But although the Giants' offense is improving a little bit, the Steelers' defense I think is going to be a little bit too much. It's going to be a close one, but give me the Steelers 24-20.
Okay. So
And I'll
you're
be right
going
back.
with the Steelers. And Adam, what do you say?
It's going to be an interesting game, but I've got to go with the team with the better defense. So in that case, I'll take the Steelers for the win.
Yeah, that's who I'm taking this one. I am taking the Steelers. I say they're going to get pretty rough on those Giants. I had see a final score of 34-14. So I got Steelers winning that one pretty good, and hopefully Steelers will have a better season than they've had the last couple of years because they've been kind of up and down here. Final game on the schedule for Week 1 is the another surprise team from last year, the Tennessee Titans. They're going to Denver to take on the Broncos in this game. So, Flynn, what you got? Do you have the line on that one?
Yeah, Tennessee is favored by 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, and for this game, everything was set up perfectly for the Denver Broncos this year. They have a defense. Drew Lock is in the fold for a full season as quarterback, but then Von Miller gets hurt and he's going to be out for the season. As Clyde Edwards-Helaire just scored a touchdown for Kansas City.
Yep. Thank you, Flynn. Thank you for telling me.
24-7.
Thank you.
But I originally had Denver making the playoffs. But with the injury to Von Miller and his role on that team, I'm out. So I think the Titans are going to win this game and cover. I have them winning 28-20.
All right. 28-20, Flynn says Titans will take this game. So, Natalie just got back and gave us an update on the score for the game.
Well, that was Flynn that did that. It was it's 23-7 pending the extra point.
Okay.
Let's just pause for a brief moment and see. And field goal's good. Extra point's good. 24-7. 10:53 left in the third. And as far as the final Monday night game goes, this one's going to be a pretty good one. I don't think Derrick Henry's going to put up the monster numbers like he did the last time, but he's going to have a good opening week.
Tim.
The Broncos defense is now going to be bad with Von Miller out, possibly the whole season if I'm not mistaken. So that smells trouble for the Broncos already. Although the quarterback Drew Lock is promising, he's not going to lead them to victory here. So give me the Titans. Let's see, I'll just go 29-16.
Yeah, and this guy over there took Derrick Henry with the first overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to shock everybody because I think that guy was a real stud last year. It'll be interesting to see. I'm going to be keeping my eye on him because he is a very good running back. Don't get me wrong. We'll just see how he does in the season.
Yeah, and in my other league, Derrick Henry went second overall.
Interesting. So Flynn's going with the Titans. Natalie's going with the Titans on this one. Adam, what do you say?
Well, with Von Miller more than likely out of the season, I think the Broncos season is just almost all but over at this point. And it is gonna be a relatively easy game, so I would take the Titans to win by at least 21 points.
Ooh, 21 points. That's a good one there. I've got the Titans in this one too, although they're just going to double up on Denver. I say 28-14, and I'll see Derrick Henry again at least. I'm somewhere between maybe 100 and 150 yards in this game. Not sure, but Derrick Henry is going to carry the Titans for this game. 28-24 is my final score. And so that is it for our show. Again, right now in the third quarter, I just switched off my TV when they went into halftime. But was it 24-7?
Yeah.
Yep.
20 yeah, 24-7 with about 10:49 left in the third quarter. So looks like it's pretty much could be a blowout victory for the Chiefs. So we're going to get as soon as we get off here, I'm probably going to be watching the rest of this game.
Hmm.
Hopefully, you people out there are listening to Hooked on Sports with John Natali. His latest episode is out right now. So, Natali, what do you got for this week?
Got the wrong person. Flynn does Hooked on Sports.
Oh, oh God, wrong, John.
Wrong, John.
I mean, we have to deal with Bergman too in the CTDF. Although Bergman doesn't play fantasy football with us, we have three Johns. We have Bergman, we have Natalie, and myself. But
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Flynn, what do you got this week on your show?
yeah, on my shows, NBA playoffs, the Stanley Cup playoffs, all the good stuff. But I'm also looking at some of the scores, our fantasy scores right now. So Adam has 29 points from Mahomes. David Johnson's giving him 14, so he has 43 points to lead all of us so far. Nels is up a little bit on Will, though. Will's best players are going to play on Sunday. Tyreek Hill has been quiet, has been held in check. That's good news for me because he's on Spencer. You and Mark don't have anybody playing tonight. Neither do Erica or Andrew Sinclair. So just a bunch. So that's all.
All right, well, be sure y'all listen to John Flynn. That's Hooked on Sports. His latest episode is out right now. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can look for podcasts, look him up. Good show he's got there. Great having a good time with you guys. John Flynn, John Natali, Adam Oliver. Thank you guys for being here.
Oh, yeah.
Week 1 is already started right now, and it's just going to keep rolling along. We'll be back next week to recap week 1 of our fantasy league, and we'll preview week 2 next week, same time, same channel. My name is Tim McClellan. Thanks for joining us. Remember, be a good sport. See ya.
Bye.
All right.
Yep.
Excellent.
Later.